So today I want to talk to you guys about the 3 characters that I feel like really need buffs in the upcoming Season 7 preseason, or whatever you want to call it, next Tuesday or the Tuesday after that. Now, every single season in the past, we've gotten some pretty big buffs before season starts, and I hope these characters get this because I feel like they're overall very weak, or they just don't fit into the meta way too much. I'd really like to see some stuff going better with them. With this said, this is, as always, my own opinion, but with that said, let's get this started. So, again, I'm going to talk about Doomfist. I feel like he could be such a good character in the meta. The meta that we have right now is actually, if you don't count Mercy, one of the most diverse metas that we've had in quite a while. You can, for the most part, in certain situations, pick almost just about anyone and do at least decent well in esports. And that's better than most metas. In most metas, there's one comp that you have to play every single game, otherwise you're screwed. But one problem that I've seen this season in esports and regular competitive and everything is that there's no Doomfist. Even in this super open meta where you can play most of the characters, nobody's picking up Doomfist. Probably for a few reasons. One, his one shot is super unreliable now. You can watch video after video of this thing just missing when it should have hit, and it just doesn't really work way too much. His range isn't really as good as it used to be, obviously, and he can't really engage by himself as well. Also with this, he doesn't really have any way to kill Mercy, which hurts him even more. I'm sure that will kind of change after this new season, but even without Mercy in the picture, Doomfist still isn't doing way too great. I like Doomfist's kit, and I like how he plays, and he's probably one of my favorite characters in the entire game, but I feel like he does need something more or something different about his kit. His ultimate, I feel like, could use quite a bit of changes, either with some crowd control added, more damage added, or something added to make it a little bit better, or maybe even just make it charge faster so you can use it as an escape a lot more often. As well with this, I feel like the cooldowns maybe could be changed with him, but the thing that I feel like is just kind of necessary on Doomfist is to make him either more tanky or that he one-shots a little bit easier. I know that a lot of people don't like one-shots though, so I feel like really just upping up his tankiness factor, maybe making his crowd control, last a little bit longer, and essentially just buffing him like that might be able to put him back on the meta to a point where he's fun to play as, fun to play against, and where he's actually a viable pick. And I feel like a few simple buffs could really do this for Doomfist to make him a super fun character, and the character that we were all honestly kind of waiting for. Now, this is kind of a weird pick. I know that there's a lot of characters that are as well not doing way too great. Sombra's not doing that amazing this season. Hanzo, of course, as always, isn't doing way too great. But this is a character that I really wish would get a buff and a change, and not a full kit rework, but just something added to make so that she would be different this season. All we've seen Mei do this season is stall out last point. And while I guess you could say that's a good thing for a character to do, I wish that we could get some changes for Mei in Season 7 that would make so that she'd be buffed in some way, so that she has use other than just being the character that stalls out on last point for the last few seconds. While we do see her being played a little bit on 2CP maps, walling it off, in general, when you're watching esports, when you're watching most competitive games, you just use her for the last second stall. And it's just something that while I feel like, is useful and is a thing that's good about her, something else could be added to her kit, and something else could be buffed in her kit to maybe make her a little bit better. They could add more crowd control, more slows, they could add more damage. They could add a lot of different stuff to this character, but I really hope that she just eventually gets some buffs to make so that she can do more than just one job. And if she becomes way too good, maybe slightly nerf her at that one job that she's good at, because I feel like a lot of people just don't really like how she can stall with essentially no counterplay, other than just killing her before she gets on the point. I don't know, this is a character that I feel like may be a little bit different, and people are probably expecting people with lower win rates, but I really do wish Mei would probably get something in Season 7, because she hasn't really gotten anything since like Season 2. And finally for Season 7, I want to see the return of Ana. Right now, Ana is a character that I feel like a lot of people still try to play, they try to enjoy her, and a lot of people mained Ana for a long time, so they're still holding on to her, but she's just terrible. And it's weird, because we've never seen a support in the past be played this little. The lowest that we really saw a support being played was like maybe, I don't know, like 3 or 4%, but right now Ana's like 1 to 2%. She's just not very good. She has like a 42% win rate, sometimes 43. Her kit doesn't supply enough healing anymore, she doesn't do enough damage anymore, she can't really get picks, and her ultimate isn't nearly as strong as the Mercy ultimate, and of course her healing isn't nearly as strong as the Mercy healing, and of course as well the Mercy res. Overall, Mercy just completely demolishes Ana out of the meta, But even before Mercy got all of her buffs, Ana really wasn't being played way too much. Her kit just, while it did supply a lot of outplay potential, didn't supply a lot of consistent anything else. Most of the consistency in her kit just kind of got nerfed away. Now, personally, I'd like if Ana was more of a damaging type of support. I know that we do have quite a bit of those right now, though, because, you know, Zen does some damage, Lucia does some damage, but I feel like when you see a sniper, you're kind of expecting a bit more damage. And I don't know, I'd like it maybe if they buffed her damage back up to 70 or 80 or something like that, but kept her healing maybe a little bit low, so she could be used as a counter pick to Mercy at times. I feel like this could especially work if the new hero is a support that's a main healer. If they heal a ton, then we can put Ana to, you know, kind of like a healer DPS mix with a lot of the other supports, and then have Mercy and this new hero as the only two 100% healing heroes. If we didn't do that though, and if they decided to just make Ana just a pure healer that heals even more again, I'd be fine with that as well. I just kind of want to see her a little bit more back on the meta, and I feel like she's a character that really needs a buff right now in one way or another. Maybe just buff their grenade, buff something, give her a passive, I don't know. Anything that we can give her, maybe makes it that her ultimate gives you move speed again, extra damage, something to just make her a little bit better. I know that she still is kind of playable, but I think most people can agree Ana's just not in a great spot right now and could really use some help in the new season. Even if Mercy gets nerfed, I feel like she still could use some help. Anyways, that's all I'm going to say about this, and just my own opinions about the characters that I feel like really need buffs in the new season. As well with this, Sombra, I do feel like need a buff. She's just doing okay in esports, but in competitive, she's really having problems. And of course, as always, Hanzo, I don't know, kit rework, buff, something like that. He's an awkward character. We're kind of going to have to wait with that. Anyways, as always, guys, thank you all for watching. If you have your own opinion about who you feel like should get buffed in the new season, please leave it down in the comment section down below. Tell me what you want to talk about in the next video. And as always, guys, thank you all for watching and have a wonderful day. I'd like to thank Gilded.gg for sponsoring this video and mainly helping me a lot through the adpocalypse. So, Gilded itself is a website focused on finding, founding, and expanding your gaming team with relative ease. You can schedule events, recruit new members, build team comps, and find teams to scrim with and to scrim against. Best of all to you guys, it's free. You can get started yourself with the link in the description below, and if you sign up by November 10th, you'll be entered into a chance to win a $50 Blizzard gift card. So, maybe I'll see you there.